We're Smooth 98.1 FM. Good morning and welcome to Business Express. It is time for the Tech Friday edition. It's Friday. That's why it is the Tech Friday edition. Everything tech will be covered this morning. I've got a guest who got answers to some issues, naughty issues relating to tech and internet related issues we encountered on Thursday. So make welcome Oladipupo Bolaji, Digital Product Manager. Good morning to you.
Good morning, and great to be
All
here.
right. Yeah, you All right, so just before I get to you with asking all the questions and needing the answers, because our clients and the listeners want to get all of these answers, we'd like you right now to know you can also get across and be part of this discussion if you send in a WhatsApp message to 0809 444 0981 will be where we read all of your messages relating to Tech Friday, the issues this morning. Let's get down to even the BBC had to report. It was on the BBC and other major platforms reporting a major internet outage across the West African coast. And of course, even in South Africa, also was not left out. So help us process this and get a perspective what really this means and what could have caused this.
Yeah, thanks and for having me once again. Um, for me, I think where I will start is how did I even notice that there is a cut or we are having internet outage? I think it was first at the filling station. I could not boot up my mobile app and I was anxious, like, what's happening? I don't have cash on my card. Then getting to the office, got an email that shows that, oh, we understand what Nigeria office facing. We're trying to rectify it. And before I get to so hang on a minute, can I be back with, I think there's a technical, hope it's not internet.
All right, we expect our guest Oladipupo Bolaji to have a reconnect with his internet. So it seems well, still trying to sort itself out right now, even after the events yesterday. So you can see why this is very important. It gets the reconnection back, and we get back into the conversation, looking at how important this is. And I remember people calling and saying what has happened. People could not even make payments, and there were issues. People who had trust issues could not even leave their products to clients who had ordered for them. Vendors had to stand and wait and say, look, if I don't see the alert, definitely I'm not moving 1 inch. So you can see how important and how our lives are now tied to internet services right now. As we think we also should move online and go cashless. So could this have been one of those issues where people say, oh, this could be the disadvantage of all of this? So, but anyway, we expect Bolaji to get a reconnection back up here and help us get a better perspective of all of this. But let's go over to what was reported in some of the other papers and what it was said could have been the issue, especially when we look at the other parts of Africa where it occurred. So I guess we've got our guest back now once again. Yeah, Bolaji, we expect you to do a reconnection and let's get the conversation going. So, but like I was saying, in Cote d'Ivoire, yes, in Ghana, it was also reported 14%, 27% internet. You have to unmute.
Yes. Can you hear me?
All right. If you're listening right now, we'd like to know how you. All right. Just a moment. Yes, we can. So you were saying.
So as I was saying that when I got to the office, I got an email, showing that the country is experiencing internet outages. And by the time I, went on X, X is already on fire. People are, talking about it. So yeah, so it's a serious one yesterday, and I can imagine the number of business that was impacted. And it's not something we experience often, but when it comes, I guess that's where we have this conversation to discuss, well, how should we prepare for such, and what can we do?
Now, still staying on the theme, your last submission, how should we prepare for a time such as what we encountered on Thursday, and even partially with you also trying to establish connection with us this morning on the show? So, are we at that stage where without internet, it seems like life cannot go on, and it will seem like we are in trouble, we cannot even cope? So, talk to us about the impact of this disruption to everyday life, just for barely less than 24 hours. You can see what the impact was.
Yeah, so digital, it's everywhere. Our lives are being impacted by technology. And when we talk about technology today, what we're really talking about is that these technologies are really internet-powered technologies. So infrastructure is very basic and very key. Internet is number one, infrastructure, power, number two, human capacity, number three. So just imagine what it means for banking, what it means for telecom, what it means for education, what it also means for family. You know, you want to reach out to your family, maybe on family WhatsApp group, you want to communicate with your business partner and all that. Parents wants to reach their children wants to reach their parents. So that kind of chaos. So we've literally put our life and rely only on technology, which is very good because, technology provider keeps providing for us 99.99% availability. A lot of things we're able to do with internet. We're streaming this program live courtesy of the internet. So our life has been, interwoven with internet. So it's very critical. And I would say it's even it has become a fundamental human right. So the way we think of air, water is also the way we think of internet now.
So how should we prepare for a time like this? Are we saying this will not occur once again? So how should we prepare so we don't get jittery once it happens again?
Yeah, so I think it's a multi-level preparation. The internet provider, of course, they have what they call business continuity, and you could see that even with the outage, they still kept services running, though at not optimal. So what that means is that they have a backup plan. So like say maybe satellite is another option for to provide internet by, uh, to the citizens. So I guess they switched to their backup satellite, but of course it's not as efficient as the undersea cable that was cut. Second, for businesses, for individuals also, and for businesses, for example, bank and people who provide services on the internet, we need to also begin to build our services to respond to this kind of outage. So what do I mean? So you need to build your service in a way that it can fail over to a nearest maybe availability region, a data center close to where it's not impacted. So, and for us also, humans, maybe we should at some point have some backup. So maybe if you have some critical information that you need, that you access frequently, you can put them on your plain pen and paper jotter somewhere so you can reach out to get those information when you are cut off
All
on the
right.
internet.
So,
Go ahead.
all right, Bolaji, I guess we'll have to wrap it up on this note. We will have to bring the discussion to a close at this moment. And the connectivity is still very, it's not as smooth as it ought to be, and most of the output there getting across will be missing out. So we'll save this and return to this conversation some other day. But once again, appreciate your effort for coming on and trying to get us to understand some of the issues that occurred. It's related to the internet disruptions encountered across Africa on Thursday. Thank you to Oladipupo Bolaji, Digital Product Manager, for your time this morning. Have a great weekend.
Thank you for having me.
Press of Smooth 98.1 FM. Good morning.